Thank you so much for joining us on a very special video. Today we have the good fortune of having Irina next to me. And secondly, we have a really interesting watch in front of us, and that is the brand new reference 3312 from Panerai, released at Watches and Wonders April. So let's get right into it. So Irina, as I mentioned, we have in front of us the brand new release, the reference 3312, right next to the current reference 1312, at least at the time of this video. Now, what would you say are the major differences between the new collection versus what is now the outgoing collection?
Marco, if you're looking at this watch on top, you're not going to see any major differences, except the case will be 12% thinner than a classic Luminar Marina 1312. And I feel there's such a huge difference, especially how watch wear and how it sits in the wrist. We did a couple small adjustments also to Super Luminova and particularly to little blue hand. It's not there anymore, so sub-seconds and your hour and minute hand will be exact the same color. There's also small adjustment to the dial of the watch with, instead of saying Panerai Automatic, it was just say Luminar Marina Panerai. There's no more automatic to add to the dial of the watch. Another thing, I think it's very important to take a look. Panerai is notorious for how easy you can change the strap, and it's always never been a problem with any of our pieces. However, what they recently introduced something that it's called quick release and was previously on our Luminar Due models, and seems like clients really enjoy that. And the buckle is the same way. You don't need to use tools anymore. You can adjust everything with your hand.
Yeah, that's a significant adjustment, right? I think when it comes to Panerai watches specifically, one thing that is kind of the charm of them, over and above obviously the military history and all that kind of good stuff, is the ability to change straps. Panerai was always very, very cognizant that their watches are beloved by watch collectors who enjoy changing out the straps, which essentially creates a brand new watch. And having this new strap change system, I feel, is a total game changer, just because, again, you have that ability to change without needing tools, right? Where Panerai was super easy in the past to change out the straps, but you did require their in-house tools to actually change it. And every now and again, you slip up, you scratch the back of the lug, stuff happens. You're going quickly. Now with this system, it's so comprehensive and foolproof that it's so easy to use. This release to me really embodies everything that makes Panerai great, right? It's essentially that kind of tool watch heritage and history, and you see it very much in the look, especially removing the word automatic on the text, going back to kind of just the basics really when it comes to Panerai look and feel and design, but really refining it, the thinner case, even the display case back, which I think is a really nice added touch. I know obviously it's on the wrist, probably not appropriate, right? Back in the 1930s, they wouldn't have had, or 1940s, they wouldn't have had display case backs, but it's always nice to see in a modern context. Obviously super well finished. 500 meters water resistant as well.
Correct.
So it's obviously a very water friendly watch. And I think, again, it's just a refined version of what we see here to the right. The 1312, although an amazing watch, I feel that this is much more refined and taken really to the next level.
Marco, I feel like they listen their clients, and for some time, the previous generation of 312 and 1312 was produced with open case back. That was adjusted recently in a few years that Panerai went to a closed case back, and seems like they're listening the clients who would like to have open case back. Hacking seconds, that another feature was added to this timepiece. And again, thinner case, it's a huge adjustment. You and I always talk about Panerai and how much you want to have one and you want to enjoy one, but it seems like always the thickness of the watch, it's kind of like going the way of your dress short.
Right.
And something in a Due collection, it's not really sits with you because you want to have a classic look and you want to have.
I want the classic look with the water resistance,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
So I feel like they're really listen to the clients who wants to add something like that to their collection, and this is a great addition. Again, there's nothing to take out of classic base logo or 1915. They're still producing Panerais that circa 2000, late 90s, but this is something I think it's very monumental in a production that they heard the client, they want to have open case back, they want to have sapphire crystal, even easier system to change the strap, which is, to me, it's unheard of it, but this is great.
Absolutely. And they also launched the reference 3313 as well as the 3314, which comes in a white dial and blue dial respectively. Again, paying tribute to those who kind of want maybe something other than a black dial watch. And I think probably the best one out of all of them is the titanium green dial, just because I like the idea of titanium. It's a little bit more wear resistant, also kind of just cooler overall material. And then with the green dial, it's just a stunning green. I think it really suits the watch beautifully.
That titanium, I am eager to see in person. I think it's executed really well. Panerai just do really well with their green dials. Anything they do in green usually sell out. It's a boutique exclusive or really in a small production and limited edition pieces. I'm very eager to see that one, and that's the part of it that's going to be a classic collection. It's great.
Now, another update to the Panerai collection, although we don't have it in front of us, is also in the Luminor Marina, but this time on the bracelet with the reference 3323. Now, I would say, and I don't know if you agree, that maybe Panerais on a bracelet are not necessarily the most sought after just because they lack the strap changeability that something on a leather or rubber strap comes with. But now with the new system, obviously you have the quick change, but also they made the bracelet much thinner. And not to mention having the actual on-the-fly adjustment within the clasp itself, which, again, I think is everything that customers are looking for nowadays with a well-made bracelet.
For Panerai, as you know, bracelet is something that came secondary. Panerai is notorious for their quick release strap, different colors, different leathers. They even support their clients if they're going aftermarket, and there's so many great leather makers straps for Panerai. Recently, with popularity of the watches with stainless steel bracelet, I feel like Panerai again listen to their clients, because 44 millimeter on a stainless steel bracelet, it's a pretty hefty watch.
Right.
Adjustments need to be made. Again, they made a great adjustment. The bracelet is thinner, quick release on the buckle, quick release on the bracelet. Something like this would make a watch that 44 millimeters plus 12% thinner, but thinner bracelet, it's much more wearable and much more popular in a stainless steel bracelet.
Absolutely. Again, I think another real game changer, and again, an innovation for Panerai watches specifically. It's everything that we've been looking for, I think, for a long time. Anybody who loves the Panerai brand, first of all, loves the strap change system. This is brought to the next level. Again, I think a lot of people were kind of taken aback by maybe sometimes the proportions of Panerai watches, scaling that back, making the dial even more kind of just simplified. It's everything I think a Panerai collector could be looking for, and I think that they really hit these releases and did a great job overall.
I agree. This is a well-executed release, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. We obviously doing a presentation of a very small portion, what we will see at Watches and Wonder this year. And if you're a Luminor lover, this is going to be a mind-blowing year for hit every client differently. I feel like you will see pieces that brand new, just added to the collection and never been developed before, and then you'll see pieces that Panerai will go to their archives and view something really, really cool. I just can't say it right now.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't seen those yet. I have only seen a small portion, but I think the best release out of all of them, although I love this one, was the smoke dial or sapphire dial perpetual calendar, right? Coming in a platinum case with this kind of blue sapphire dial, just an absolutely gorgeous watch, not to mention a phenomenal movement. This was something, we were discussing earlier. You don't tend to see perpetual calendars only being set with a crown.
Correct.
It's actually, most brands don't do it. And I don't understand why. It's an innovation or something that's in the watch industry that's only done, I think, by one brand, and that's FP Journe, right? So super high level, when you think watch industry, you think FP Journe is like the pinnacle of watchmaking to a certain respect. And yet Panerai is doing it for a far significantly discounted price compared to an FP Journe. And it's just executed so beautifully. A micro rotor movement, again, that smoke dial is just gorgeous. And I love the look and feel of it, especially in platinum, adds kind of to the, the presence or the specialness of the piece, right?
Yes, platinum piece is going to be one of the kind. Anytime Panerai does anything in a special precious metal, those pieces are just, you want to see them, you want to touch them, you want to have them on your hand. The smoke crystal and open work movement, I am dying to see this piece. And you're right, this is just so special. I agree with you. You can set entire Panerai calendar through the crown.
Technically, even IWC engineered, originally it was with the pusher on the side of the case, although now they've adapted it, right? But I guess it's just something so interesting. I think one thing that's lost probably in the 2D image is the depth of the watch, right? It's something that, like for example, Longa Lumen will have. It has the amazing depth to the actual dial itself. So I can't wait to see that watch in person. I think it's going to be a very special release, and I think it's going to be a very, very sought after watch.
I'm assuming it's going to be 50 pieces only. Okay. So this watch will be gone really quick.
Yeah,
but when they introduce this at Watches and Wonder, but I hope they're going to increase the production, and we actually will see that in our hands in our boutique as well.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to other releases I haven't seen yet, right? I think what's kind of is showcased here, at least from the releases I've seen, is Panerai refining their current collection, right? Their offerings just taken to the next level. Is that what we're going to see more of, this year and potentially in future years? Or where do you want to see Panerai going, or where do you see them going this year with the other releases?
Panerai is definitely moving forward. They're definitely listening to the client who is new to the brand. But also what I really love about specifically this year, it's a year of Luminar Marina, and obviously every single piece that was released is going to be a Luminar Marina. I feel Panerai is going great direction in the past few years, and this year specifically, because they're touching a new buyer, a young buyer who is new to the brand, and older buyer as well, who well established, who understand the watches, and who wants to have that classic and iconic pieces that not necessarily available anymore. You'll see a great pieces from 44 to 47, bubble crystal, 10-day power reserve, different dial colors. We listen about Super Luminova. You'll see a different colors of Super Luminova. Again, I can't say enough about, you didn't see the full deck yet, but I just can't get enough excitement in me how I cannot wait to see the entire collection, and I think clients will be really pleased to see what's coming up.
Well, guys, so far this is what we have for you, at least for Panerai. I will be seeing you at Watches and Wonders, where I'll be interviewing actually the CEO, as well as showcasing some more in-depth footage of their watches at Watches and Wonders. I'm so looking forward to it. I cannot wait. It's going to be a great, great time.
Marco, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. I can't do this. I'm like, yeah. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like the video. Subscribe for more videos like this in the future. I'm going to leave Irina's links to her Instagram down in the comments below. So if ever you're looking for a Panerai piece or any pre-owned piece from Berdines, you can feel free to reach out to her on Instagram. It's probably the best way to reach her. Guys, my name is Marco. Irina, thank you so much again for joining me. It was such a pleasure. We'll see you all in the next one.